2, 1, go. Alright, so first things first, you'll notice we're not playing as a character you might recognize. We're this little ball. And this ball has to, well, we'll do that. Basically, in this game, the big baddie, Spectre, who you might know and love, has decided this time his evil plan is going to be to shrink all of us down, including the main cast. But the professor decided that at some point he would implement the lab with an interesting feature, where if it was shrunk down, it would look conveniently like a Hippo helmet. And utilizing that very convenient fact, we're actually able to take control or capture these monkeys. And we're gonna use the monkeys in the stage to get to the end of every level as quickly as possible. So in essence, this is kind of like a puzzle platformer. I'm gonna use the word puzzle very loosely, and you'll see why later. Now, this category is all monkeys, and you might be saying, but Sarge, you're literally skipping a monkey right there. What are you doing? Anyone who's has experience with Ape Escape will understand what I'm saying by this. The game requires you to essentially revisit every single stage. Now, normally the mechanic behind that is that after you collect a certain amount of monkeys, you get kicked out of a stage. But in this one, once you get to the end of the stage, it doesn't matter how many you collect, all you gotta do is get to the end of the stage. The thing is that to circumvent being able to collect every monkey on first visit, after you beat the final boss of any percent, every stage gets somewhere between 1 and 3 extra monkeys in them. So, on our first run through, for the most part, we're going to be collecting any percent monkeys, or like the minimum amount of monkeys necessary, plus any monkeys that are beyond a certain point where capturing them proves relatively useful, because otherwise they would be out of the way. So, a few things to explain. You've noticed me jumping here. The fastest form of movement is to jump shortly after landing, delay your double jump, and that will give you a huge boost forward. You can also jump on some interesting geometry like that, instead of swinging like you're supposed to. And we can just reach the end of the level by dunking into the basket. So you're gonna hear me refer to things as dunking often, just because it looks like the monkey is essentially dunking. So that's what it means if you hear that. Alright, so we're already in stage 3. Every 3 platforming stages is going to be followed by a boss, and we'll get more into boss details later. But for now, the game is continually introducing more and more monkeys and more mechanics. You'll notice in the top right, the X button is jump. Oh, I got hit. And the triangle button basically says dunk. Trust me, that's an accurate Japanese translation. The circle and square button are going to be referring to every monkey's special ability. So square, in this monkey's case, is a parachute, which you can use to extend your jump and go really far distances. And circle is almost always a basic attack. So here's our first puzzle for you guys. I'll let you figure that one out. Very challenging stuff here. Alright, so we're gonna catch this guy. So normally, if you don't have to hit a monkey, you don't want to hit a monkey, it loses a little bit of time and is sometimes essentially unnecessary to bonk them. But if you are trying to catch a monkey from the front, the monkey is probably going to dodge backwards and get at least one free hit in on you. Like that. And that is unfortunate, but this is one of the most challenging monkeys to get. And her name is Saran Saran. Fun stuff. A lot of the enemies and designs are borrowed heavily from Ape 3. So if you guys are fans of Ape 3, or for that matter, Ape Academy 2, which I suggest you guys play Ape Academy 2, you'll recognize a lot of these designs, enemies, and so. But there will be some new things in here for you. But, yep. A lot of this is just going to be running. I'll explain stuff when I can. Or when I have to, but we're going to have a lot of downtime, to be completely honest with you guys. So most of the time is just going to be me sitting here, resting my voice, interacting with chat. If you guys have questions or are curious, feel free to ask anything. Anything to make the time go past. Because, like I said, we will be seeing every stage twice, some for significantly longer parts. I stood in a specific spot to try not to get hit and to hit the fan, but the Borg decided it didn't like that and walked up and hit me anyway. Did this game get Ape Escape localization? So, Saru Getchu literally translates to, monkey get you, or the English would be Ape Escape, but no, it was never localized in any sense. So this is red. The reason we picked the gun monkey up earlier is so that we would have it during this fight, because this fight is really slow if you don't do what I just did. You have to bait red into landing on the ground so that you can hit him with a melee monkey. That's the intended solution, at least. But instead, if we just pick that gun monkey up, run around, bait him into breathing fire, and take him out. So there were 4 monkeys to pick from. Every boss is going to be like that if I pick up the prerequisite monkeys. Not every boss will have all 4, generally, in any percent, but in this category, you'll see me pick up every monkey every time. So now we're at the museum, our precious museum artifacts, and this has one of the hardest monkeys to catch. It introduces the speedy blue monkeys and the speedy motorcycle monkeys, which motorcycle monkeys are brand new to this game. So we're gonna see if I can get a quick catch. There's a few weird things he can do, but typically none of those happen. Well, we might get greeted by a very interesting sight here. Ice in this game is something you never want to jump up. If you jump on ice, all of your momentum just dies. Alright, so unfortunately, we're gonna have to dunk this guy like a legend. Legend status. That happens sometimes. The goal is to catch him early, but that works. It's like okay backup. And you notice I jumped into that cutscene? During cutscenes, you're locked into a idle animation, but you're not locked per se into no animation. So if you have forward movement in a cutscene, you'll actually continue moving forward. And that moving forward will let you go further and get closer to the door. And it saves a significant amount of time considering the amount of cutscenes you're forced into. So I avoided going down some stairs there. If you can help it, you never want to drop down stairs or go over stairs or anything in this game. Wow. Because stairs... Come on, buddy. Stairs cause you to essentially drop every step and lose all of your momentum. So we never want to touch them if we don't have to. But unfortunately, touching that one is required to jump up it. And as I said earlier, jumping on ice is bad. Stairs are bad. Makes this level pretty interesting. So that rocket monkey there we caught for 2 reasons. Just like the gun monkey in the prior level, it's going to be usable on the boss to speed it up. But also, that monkey is actually past the last revisit monkey. And that means that if we didn't catch him, that when we revisited the stage, we would have to actually go further into the stage than necessary. And you'll notice that this archer monkey was already moving. For this stage, the next stage, and one other, the designers of the game decided it would be a cool idea to make it so that the monkey spawned close enough to where you spawned that even though you can't move, the monkey can see you and begin reacting to you really soon. And that makes that archer monkey, he can be on the left, he could be on the right, he can be in front of you. There's a lot of different places he can be. And that's one of the big elements of RNG to this run that can lose some time. Because when you're the droid, you have to be locking on to the monkey by holding towards him. But you also... Dude, what are you doing? These things are called walls of death for a reason. Oh, they're fun. You ought... He could be, or he could... trying to remember where it was. Think. Words. Words hard, guys. Words hard. I'm so lost. I'll get back to it. Okay, so hammer monkeys. Hammer monkeys are the main, like, gimmick in this game, per se. And that's because, as you can see here, we have another puzzle to solve. Very complicated puzzle here. Puzzle solved. Big pug. Oh, I was also going to ask, chat, is this guy a gecko, a lizard, or a frog? Place your opinions now on what animal this monkey is supposed to be. Because it's an ongoing debate as to what exactly he is. Okay, nice. It'll me catch him. Oh, so you have to be locked on to a monkey, but you also have to be close enough to them. So if I'm not close enough and not angled at him, when I jump to grab onto the monkey, it'll just, the like lab will just fly off wherever it wants, and it can fly off over pits. So hopefully we don't see that anywhere, but it is a possibility. Alright, we're gonna do very specific movement here to manipulate not getting hit. And another thing to point out is after all of these camera transitions that you see here, the camera will reinstate itself with the monkey's back centered. So if you finish hitting a puzzle and your back is to the way you have to go, then what you have to do is hold the opposite direction than what you think. Otherwise, you're gonna run away from the way to go. And you're gonna see that later in some of the more complicated levels. Alright. Level 6. We're going through this nice. This is a nice pace. So this is the second monkey that could just do whatever he wants. I played it a little safe there. And we're gonna abuse the hook mechanic in this game. Hooks have really, really bad momentum in this game. So typically what you end up doing is swinging back, swinging forth in order to make those jumps. But if you get optimal momentum, which you can do for a few, or for all of them but one, actually. Oh no, I got shot. That's not good. Then you can skip the back and forth swing animation. Ho ho! Wow. I'm being bodied here. Ah! I'm being shot by all the Desperado Borgs. Gunslinger Borgs. I don't actually know what they are. Puzzles. Puzzles, guys. Puzzles. Look at these complicated puzzles. Oh, man. What do you gotta be like 12 to figure that one out? I think that was a bit challenging for me my first time. Gotta be honest. So, mummies are interesting because they're immune to bullets. That's not relevant now, but it's worth explaining now because there's nothing else going on, and you will see some more of them later. That will matter on because I'll have to capture them with monkeys that could shoot guns. Scorpio. That's a reference to Ape 3, the Zodiac monkeys. But for the most part, we're literally just gonna be running through and solving puzzles here. Bit by bit. In fact, we're coming up to everyone's favorite puzzle, Monkey Says. So this is gonna be a pattern of 4 characters given to us randomly from a set of select permutations. And all we have to do is copy. But it's annoying because, you know, it's downtime. We're stuck here mashing buttons. We can't speed this up. We can't skip it. But the game wants to present itself with all the things it can. Oh, and to anyone wondering what he says, what the thing says when it dunks on a monkey, it says Getchu. And when he finishes, it says Yatta. I've had interesting debates about what exactly is being said at the end. So this is blue. Uki blue just requires a specific pattern. Rocket to stun him, hook to bring him in, and then hammer to actually damage him. If we didn't collect that rocket earlier that I talked about, he would not be here, and we would have to use the gun monkey, which is slightly slower, but not really a big issue. And this boss takes 3 cycles to take out. That's a perfect blue. No rockets missed. The hook never missed. So now we can just walk up and smack blue. That was a really good blue. Alright, so I don't know if FFZ or BTTV is enabled, but this song is Sour Please. In fact, this whole game is Sour Please. Might be my opinion. Unfortunately, the song might be Sour Please. The stage is not. You ask any big mission runner other than me what their least favorite stage is, every one of them will tell you Iwajarumi Lab is their least favorite stage. They hate this stage. But it introduces the ice monkey, and it also introduces a really fun mechanic called a mermaid that doesn't like to behave. And it really introduces these challenging lily pad puzzles, which can only be crossed with this blue monkey. Alright, so we're gonna have to dunk on this mermaid. Oh, he juked me. Please get out. Oh no, that's bad. Okay, so now we have to juke him this way. So to juke him, you need to aim slightly ahead of him, and he's really trolling me here. There we go. The monkey's fine. Don't worry about it. Now, when you catch a monkey in the water, the game doesn't actually expect you to do that. And because of that, you can actually dive instantly, which saves a little bit of time. So, the pink question marks, as you've seen me dodge earlier, they activate mandatory text boxes, which I don't want to trigger, but that one is very annoying to dodge 2 times based on monkey patterns. So we're just gonna eat that one because it will never activate again. The blue question marks have to manually be activated. And you'll notice that I abandoned that mech as soon as possible. The reason for that is that mechs are pretty slow. The getting in and getting out animation is annoying, and we don't actually need it. The way this level is designed, we can take advantage of the geometry and hop directly over that wall at the end of the level. And that saves quite a bit of time having to not take the mech all the way to it. Alright, factory. So we're back to more normal stages. This is gonna introduce the green monkey. Those of you who have played Ape Escape will know every stage tends to introduce newer and newer mechanics. The green monkey has rockets. So if a green monkey decides to use rockets, we're pretty much guaranteed to get hit with a few exceptions. So hopefully it behaves and lets us catch him, but we will see. It also introduces this crank monkey, which you want to use as minimally as possible, because these cranks are very slow, and you definitely do not need to actually crank the platform all the way. Yeah, of course he puts his shield up. Chef monkey. So you actually, even though the chef monkey is standing there, you can't actually... Rocket! You can't actually catch the chef monkey. Oh yeah, so I should explain that bit of the story. So, originally Spectre shrunk down Kakeru and Natsumi. And as I've been beating bosses, I've been rescuing my friends. So you'll notice that as I enter levels, there is now Jimmy, or what's his Japanese name? I don't know. Hikaru, I think, is now in there, as well as Satoru from Ape Escape 3. So one by one, we're going to be rescuing all of our friends. No, Aki. Aki is there, not Satoru. Satoru is coming up later. Sorry. Yep. We rescued Hikaru and we rescued Aki. So in the hub, you can actually talk to them if you want. And depending on who you have rescued, you'll be able to banter back and forth. So that's Hikaru over there, for you Ape 2 fans. For those of you who like that game. Alright, so we're gonna avoid this monkey, and we're actually gonna go for a cool skip. This blue monkey is... He will either see you immediately, or he'll see you really late. And we got a really good pattern where he saw us super late, and we were actually able to catch him incredibly early, way earlier than intended, and skip doing some intended movement. And now we're going to actually skip intended movement. We're going to jump across all of these with the blue monkey, which is going to seem weird because we can't make this gap. But if we move into a specific chunk of the level and then run off the ledge, it counts as essentially dying in a different chunk. So when it reloads the level, it spawns the platform at the end and lets us skip having to use the fan monkey to get through that section and carry this monkey into a section of the level that we weren't meant to have him. But due to the fact that there's immediately 3 monkeys here, we can't really do anything with him because we have to get either the bunny or the fan. So this is a bunny monkey. Bunnies exist in this game. Their special ability is to jump, and that's about all they do. And this is a flight monkey. They're the same as bunnies, but their special ability is to fly, and that's about all they do. Duck and weave the chocolate. Get the torch. Oh no. So you can see now I'm actually using every monkey I'm catching. The early game is optional monkeys and the late game is optional monkeys, but the mid game, pretty much every monkey you see, you actually need to collect anyway. So with rare exceptions, there's not really a point on leaving any monkeys behind by this point. And you can see that might be why the game will drag on a little bit, is because we're gonna enter stages where the only things to collect are the secret monkeys, and the devs like to put the final secret monkey at the end of the final room. So yeah, that's fun. That's fun. So now we're gonna give all the little monkey children Santa presents, because this is an auto-scroller, and monkey children deserve presents. And you're evil if you think that's not true. How dare you think that? They are monkey children. Give them presents. Alright. So, boss number 3, Uki Yellow. Uki Yellow has a very specific setup. We need to capture this guy immediately, and then stand on the middle of this heart-shaped switch so that he gets stuck on the strawberry. And when he's stuck on the strawberry, we're able to drop the cake knife directly on top of him and get a huge chunk of damage. Then we're gonna move here to manipulate him into spinning towards us, and then we'll have enough iframes so that we could start breathing fire on him immediately. So we can keep breathing fire on him up until he stands up. After he stands up, then he's going to move before iframes will enable himself again, or open themselves up, and we can get another knife hit, and this should kill him. There we go. And that's Yellow Monkey. That's a really good Yellow Monkey. There are faster ways to do that, but they're much, much more risky. So you'll now see on the left, we have Satoru with us from Ape 3. He's the Fran. Now we still have to rescue his sister, who will be coming up later. But that's gonna be a later boss. So this is called Doki Domo Trapland, and this is gonna introduce some of the... This section of the game is where the more interesting movement tech is going to start getting introduced. So what we need to... Ooh, dear. We need to be on this box, otherwise the Desperado droids will shoot us like that. Apparently I slid off. That's interesting movement I've never seen happen. Now I have to kill him. Puzzles! Anyway. And where it's literally just gonna be collect monkey for puzzle, collect monkey for puzzle, collect monkey for puzzle, collect monkey for puzzle. In this first room. So there's not really gonna be a ton to talk about. It's all pretty self-explanatory for this. Also, if we were playing any percent right now, just so you guys know, we're about halfway through the game if this was any percent. It's a very, very short game. Any percent currently sits at 49.53, I think. And this game is very easily accessible. You could play it on emulator, PSP, PSTV, whatever it is you're interested. I highly encourage you guys to come check it out. Short, simple game. It's a bit hard at first, but once you get to know it, it's relatively easy to get through it, even deathless. So we're back to the Golden Monkey game. If for some reason I accidentally mess up, notice I have to do 3 of these, which is 12 inputs correctly. If I mess up, the monkeys will shoot me, and if they shoot me and knock me off the pedestal, which they always will if you mess up, you have to start this from the beginning. So messing up the last input is very, shall we say, not hard. Alright. So you can mash triangle as soon as you enter this stage to capture that monkey. And now we're gonna do Ferris wheel strats. So you're intended to ride this Ferris wheel all the way around for basically 2 cycles. But if you know where to jump, then you can just do that and skip, I don't know, at least half a cycle. And that saves a ton of time. Like, we're talking up to 20 seconds that saves. That's how slow that Ferris wheel moves. Now we're going to capture this guy, and we're going to run all the way to the end of the stage. So this monkey is actually behind the final secret monkey. But the monkey we have right now is very, very slow at taking him out. And one of the revisit monkeys actually has the most powerful weapon in the game and will make it way better and way more worthwhile to take him out on the revisit. So, realistically, unless you see me attempt to catch a monkey, miss, and give up, every monkey I leave behind is being left behind for a very strategic purpose. Alright, so we're coming into the air show. This level has the biggest skip in the game. It saves... In this category, it probably saves over a minute. Probably saves over 2 minutes, actually, depending on how quickly you get it. This brings the parachute monkeys back, and that is important because these parachute monkeys are going to be the way we break this game. I say break, but it's really just a minor abuse of the way the geometry in the game works. You might remember earlier that I jumped on a pole with a gun monkey. Ow. Well, we're gonna do that here as well. We could do it right now with this gecko, but we have to capture this monkey, so there's not really a point in doing it yet. I could show that on revisit. Oh no, he turned and looked at me, and that's annoying. When you land in front of a monkey, and the monkey first notices you, they actually can't dodge you for the first, I don't know, half a second of them noticing you. So if you can get to a monkey quick enough, you could dunk them immediately. But if they start running and then they turn back to look at you, they're gonna dodge. Alright, so casually this room is pretty bad, but what we're gonna do is use a specific visual cue, fly across, land on that hook, jump, and carry this monkey across that gap. Now, that gap is rough. Oh dear. Make it. Oh, that sucked. Just out of reach. That gap is rough if you have to use the intended swing mechanic, but as you can see here, we are essentially bypassing everything this level has to offer now. Running up to the monkeys, capturing them, and then we're getting back onto this guy. Because not only did we skip one of the more challenging swing puzzles in the game, but we also are skipping this rather trivial puzzle, flying across that gap, and just... that bypasses so much of the level. That's all I have to say. That just completely destroys that level. Alright. The Danyori House of Spooks. This is the first level that introduces 3 rooms. Before this, every stage has had only 2 rooms to visit. Now, for the rest of the game, every stage will have 3. Which isn't a terribly big deal in most of the stages. In this stage, it's particularly annoying. Zombies are also like mummies. This is the level that's meant to teach you, oh, they really are immune to bullets. Because the archers are continually shooting at him. So you're meant to grab him and then make your way forward while being immune to bullets to the centaur. But zombies and mummies are incredibly slow. They're even slower than this swamp monster mermaid I'm using. So I really do not want to be on them any longer than mandatory. And being the Danyori House of Spooks, this level is going to have a lot of cliche spooks, if you will. Like that little hammer jump scare. There'll be some more. But yeah, that's room 1. Room 1's pretty cut and dry with its movement. Not really anything too special. Now, room 2 introduces the worst enemy in the game. They are so bad that if you listen closely, every time you enter the room, they will continually start asking you questions. You'll see what I mean by that very shortly. Very shortly. Also, bear no mind to the cliched heroine. It's Jason. Jason, I said. Thank you. Spin attack through walls. And here we go. Worst enemy in the game. If you listen closely, there's those questions. They're just ringing out. I actually could have gone for that button. This room has really weird button cycles. To be completely honest with you. It's like clockwise, alternating. But also it's random. I don't know. Kabuki Jason. Why wouldn't I pay attention to the heroine? I don't know. And here we got more questions being asked of us. Nice! We did not have to stop and answer any questions. Oh. So we're gonna manipulate this night monkey into bonking. Otherwise, he'll chase us through this room. And him chasing us is very dangerous because he can run up these stairs and knock us into this pit, which we don't want. Because we want to capture this vampire monkey. And then, you see we have more questions we have to dodge. But if you hug this left wall, typically, you'll be completely safe. You'll mind your own business, if you will. Bubbles, all the monkeys in this game is Bubbles. Alright, so this is Bubbles. This is, well, no, this is Bubbles Rella. I will refer to all the monkeys as Bubbles for you. So, if we don't flame breath her immediately, she is gonna go and do whatever she wants. She's one of the most violent monkeys in the game. She really does not like it when you try to catch her. But flame breathing her as soon as she gets the ability to move, and then catching her when she lands is extremely consistent. So this is Pink Monkey. Pink Monkey has our friends, has Sayaka, but Pink Monkey also has a really interesting thing. Pink Monkey has our friend Satoru kidnapped. And you guys might be saying, but wait, we already rescued Satoru. Well, it turns out the Satoru we rescued is actually this giant white specter doll that you're looking at flying around Pink. So we're actually going to manipulate Pink if we can. It all depends on the RNG. Pink is the most random boss in the game. She will go wherever she wants, whenever she wants. There are very specific times you can hit her, very specific times you can't hit her. Which attacks can hit her and which ones can't depend on where she is, what phase she's in. You'll notice she's angry right now. So what you can do if you get really good cycles or RNG is she'll stay on stage all day, just non-stop, and you can run away and she'll stay on stage and choose to reinitiate a combo without teleporting away. But that depends on how close you are to her. It depends on a lot of things. So really what matters is that we kill her before she does this cutscene here. So that means she's like one hit from death, I promise you. Yep, right there. And unfortunately, that all comes down to how random Pink is. She was moving so much that I just couldn't get the DPS I needed to on her to stop her from phasing. Plus, I believe I missed an attack. Yep, a Spectre doll. As you guys might know, Ape Escape is all about the romantic relationship between Pink Monkey and Spectre. I won't call it an obsession. Alright, so we might get dunked on. Alright, we didn't. This red monkey here can, as you swing across the hook I just did, can be standing on the cliff and punt you right back into the void because he's a lovely, lovely guy. Thankfully, he did not. But if he does, it's good comedy. Good comedy. So just swim up river, grab this guy who's choosing not to behave. Yo, thanks, Dante. And at this level introduces, you'll see that I have two paths. I have this upper path, but I also have a lower path down below. This actually has 3 figure 8s in it, 1 in every room. And I need to go to the correct side in every room on first visit, because on second visit, the special revisit monkeys actually spawn on the other side of the figure 8. So if I take a path that doesn't have a monkey on it, I'll actually have to backtrack, which is something I really want to avoid doing. That's if it's not necessary, as you guys can imagine. Alright. Try to break that door. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about these cutscenes. Just gotta watch them. So this lamb, this bush monkey, I've not explained it yet, but what it's doing there to turn invisible, essentially what that's meant to do is hide from other monkeys or the player. It's extremely ineffective against the player, but other monkeys, it actually will make them calm down, which is very good. Oh, I'm being looped here. Ah! Oh no, I'm actually being looped here. No! He won't let me get up. He dodged me, and now I can't catch him. Alright, so electric monkeys are required to open gates. It's just another kind of puzzle this game introduces. I mean, they're not really puzzles, but I don't know what to refer to them as other than puzzles. So now we're going to walk into this room, and we're going to actually go, there's a monkey on the left and the right. We're going to go to the left so that we could zap him, because with him not running around being an absolute monster. What the heck? We could just run directly into this jetpack monkey. Now this is the first monkey with a jetpack, and the cool thing about jetpacks is they let you fly. But the other cool thing about jetpacks is sometimes you can do things you're not meant to do. One of the big mechanics of Ape Escape games is this thing called infinite jump. And unfortunately, this game doesn't have an infinite jump, but this doesn't look intended to anyone, does it? So that's called infinite flight. It's one of the easiest tricks in Ape Escape to do. Literally, all you have to do is push the X button twice while flying. Like, you just push it twice real fast. Real fast. Interesting accent there. Just push it twice really quick, and you'll initiate flight again, even though you're in the air. So yeah, that's a cool glitch. So now we have the real Satoru, and we have his sister Sayaka, Sayaka, sorry. I'll make a note to show you her later. Just so you know, she's there. She's real. But we have one more friend to rescue. Unfortunately, the professor is still missing. And there is 5 members of the Freaky Monkey 5. Which means, well, you guys could take guesses. We've defeated blue, we've defeated red, we've defeated yellow, and we've defeated pink. But there's one more member. Who all do you think is the next member of the Freaky Monkey 5? Place your bets now. So this is another wall of death. Thankfully that one went well. The next one coming up is by far the absolute worst one. So here's hoping that we are able to get up it first try with no inconveniences. Hey, let's go. Big pog on that. Big pog on that. And now this is one of the worst platforming rooms in the game. Because these first 2 hooks are on the same cycle, trying to get across them is really rough. And if you mess that up, it's actually faster to just reset the room than try to wing whatever possible cycle they're on. Now we're going to get a firefighter monkey. And we're going to go for a small unintended skip here. It saves a little bit of time if I get it quickly. And hopefully I get it quickly. Spray this fire monkey so that he doesn't flame roast us. And then start flaming this blue monkey. So that we could catch him and this lift at the same time. Oh, so close. And then if we catch the blue monkey, we can actually run and jump across that pit and get him over here. You're not intended to have this guy over here. Now, it's basically not going to save any time because I accidentally fell in the pit like that. But it's still a cool thing to show off, is getting him much further than the game intended. And you could get him even further if you go back for him. But in this category, we're going to be swapping monkeys so often that it's not really worth it. Also, this is Simon Says. That's a blue-green Z. Learning and memorizing what patterns you could get is not really relevant, but it's helpful. Man, this game really likes its puzzles, guys. Really likes those puzzles. Alright, another battery monkey. And you can see, we're in the 3rd room now, and this stage still has 8 monkeys left. It's a lot of monkeys. So I'm gonna grab this guy. And I didn't explain it earlier, but this guy has a laser. Other enemies have had lasers earlier. The thing about the laser is, with the exception of a monkey we're going to catch later in the next stage, the laser is by far the most powerful weapon in the game. It significantly damages anything it touches, from bosses to monkeys. It's insane. And we're going to utilize that later. And another thing about jetpacks is, after a jetpack, if you drop and tap X, you can sometimes, unfortunately I didn't get to show it off there. Unfortunately I wasn't able to show it off there. But if you drop with that Sal monkey, you can actually get a huge boost forward of speed. That's the only really relevant place. There is another one later, but we're not likely to see it. Just because it's on the much harder monkey to pull it off on. Okay, so this is Daisakusen Satellite, I think is the name, which literally, essentially is Japanese slang and translates to way too freaking big satellite. That is not a joke. Shoutouts to Reek for pointing that out to me initially. Hilarious name. In fact, if you guys look up the list of level names, every name of a level in this game is a Japanese pun, on something being really big or really scary because of how small you are. So, we're gonna snipe this button. Nope, we're not. Alright, I'm gonna show you how broken Infinite Flight is. So the wall just doesn't exist here when you go high enough, and you can skip that door. Cool little thing. Grab these two monkeys. Grab this monkey if he lets me. Oh, bomb. As you can see, there's a lot of enemies. This is the final platforming stage in the game. And the devs decided, let's throw every single enemy and every single obstacle and every single monkey at the player. Let's let them have fun and just get absolutely destroyed by some of these rooms. Wow, that diver board actually pushed my catch out of the way. Legendary, guys. That's a puzzle. We skip it because we don't want to do it. This is a puzzle. We skip it because we don't want to do it. You'll notice that when we have a jetpack monkey, that's gonna be the theme. We skip the level because we don't want to do it. Now, this hammer monkey is actually incredibly important. He is very, very important. Without him, this category would be... well, any category in the game would be probably a minute longer at least. And you'll see why. It's the same concept before as we collect monkeys for the bosses. We collect him specifically for the boss. Even in any present, you'd go out of your way to collect that monkey. And this monkey here with the wrapped gloves, wrapped fist, he's the strongest monkey in the game. He makes these energy pods go down like they're nothing. To put it in perspective, the laser takes 3 hits to kill something. He takes 2 hits to kill something. So he's 150 times more powerful. 3 times more powerful. You know what I mean. 1.5 times more powerful. I could do bad as a laser. And this is the worst room in the game. If you remember earlier, I said that every enemy will be after me. Yeah. Just get ready for everything to start attacking me. There's gonna be rockets, there's gonna be bullets, there's gonna be monkeys, there's gonna be cannons, it's just all of it. Everywhere. This room is crazy. This room is so crazy that it actually induces lag on the PSP. Hopefully we don't get... not liking this HP. Even with 5 HP, this monkey has already gotten hit 4 times. And we've not even done the main objective of this room yet. So let's get the last monkey. There are 4 monkeys in this room, or in this section of the room. We got them all. That's good, that's good. And now, this room might look scary, but there's a crate of bananas here, which makes it significantly less scary, thankfully. So we could grab that banana, and now we're back at full health. Now, on top of the chaotic nature of the room, there's a blinking red light. Now, I'm going to warn you guys now, there is going to be a level coming up with a very significant blinking red light. So, if you are photoepileptic, do watch out for your health. I will let you know when it's about to start, and I will let you know when it's over. But the flashing lights are going to be pretty severe. So for this boss, all we gotta do is grab this yellow monkey and just shoot the button with a blind fire. Start shooting yellow, or start shooting the last Uki, which is white. Unfortunately, no one guessed white monkey. Sad. Now, 2 things to point out. First is that white monkey can pull out a lot of different weapons. The only one that scares us is if he pulls out a bomb. Now, he shouldn't pull a bomb out, but it is random, and he's going to pull it out now because I said that. Oh, wow, he actually... Oof, dude. Why, White? Why? So if he pulls out a bomb, we actually have to dodge or we're getting hit, and that loses us DPS, which sucks. The other thing I want to point out is before I start shooting, I enter first person mode. The reason for that is that monkeys actually fire about, I think it's 1.3 times as fast if you are firing an FPV. We're talking, like, that could turn a boss from just under a minute to almost 40 seconds. That's 20 seconds of time save with that on some of them. Okay, so this is the boss who, if you are photo-epileptic, please take care of yourself. I will let you know when it's over. So the strats are to just shoot the body. We want to do as much damage to him as possible. And then once he starts firing these missiles, we want to start swapping monkeys so that we could dodge all these missiles. And we're going to actually run around to his side and start spinning onto him. Now, you are not intended to fight Spectre this way, but when you have a hammer, you can just sit here at this spot and absolutely bully him. And then just return back to the gun monkey, tank the chest lasers because that makes them end quicker, begin shooting him, take this clap. That's all the damage we can eat on this guy. Swap, swap, dodge all the missiles. Hopefully you don't get hit by that guy. And move back into position, and that is him. Alright, those of you who looked away for photo epilepsy, the fight is now over. You are free to return to the screen. Thank you for taking care of yourselves. So, that would be any percent, but we are doing all monkeys, which means after we get kicked back to the main menu, we choose the second option, which is continue. And it turns out, oh no, Spectre has escaped. So now we have to go back into every level, as I mentioned earlier. Stay hydrated. I'm losing my voice. And all those monkeys you saw me ignore or run past, it's time to collect them. No. Now, there's not going to be a ton of new things. You've already seen every level. The big things is going to be the revisit monkeys are now going to be monkeys that we didn't get introduced to till much earlier or much later. The downside is that while all the monkeys we've already caught are captured, we still have to recapture them. None of the puzzles stayed solved. Oh, that's annoying. This bunny monkey is a monster. Thank you. And because none of the puzzles stayed solved, that means that the puzzles we do have to solve will have to be solved again. Now, the cool thing is that when we catch the final monkey, notice how that said 0-0? We don't actually have to finish the stage. Even though we quit, that counts as having collected it. That star is now gold, which means we've caught every monkey in the stage. So that's why catching the monkeys that were past the final secret or the final return monkey was important. Because now we don't have to go further into the level than necessary. We just catch the last one we need and exit. All these monkeys are stuck in their initial position and they're free to grab. We don't have to recatch them. So I'm gonna swim over to this little alcove because this is another secret monkey. This is probably the worst mermaid in the game, or swamp monkey. If you try to catch him without hitting him, he is going to dodge, or you're going to miss, because he will 180 on a dime. Just like pointing that out, because this guy's a jerk. Another thing I can explain in this level, when I first came to this level, I went for that blue monkey and skipped the lamb. You're intended to use the lamb monkey to actually lure the blue monkey into a false sense of security so you could capture him. But you can angle the droid specifically so that you could get a very quick and early catch on him, which is what I did. So now we're gonna try to get this guy. He's a jetpack monkey, but unfortunately he's the last monkey in the stage, so we have absolutely no use for anything he could possibly provide us. He's not even fast in the time trial, because the normal movement is faster than the infinite fly to the end of the level. Alright, so now we're gonna start collecting the minimum amount of monkeys needed, as you might expect. So whereas we caught this guy last time, we don't actually need him, because he's the same kind of monkey as we have before. But what's cool about this level is the secret monkey is actually a infinite torch monkey. So whereas before what we had to do was grab torch monkeys and light their torches, these ones, or this one here, actually has a lit torch. So we don't have to worry about lighting his torch, and that saves us some time. That's why we caught both of those torch monkeys on the first visit. And we're actually going to light these torches in a different order because we want to end up by a monkey that we purposely missed in this room, which is this fan monkey here. If she'll behave, she's not. And the reason we left this fan monkey is because we need a fan monkey to get through this room, but there's two here. So we were actually able to completely skip this one until revisit, and that cuts down on some catching. Catching a monkey takes about 1.5 seconds if it's a monkey you've caught before, and it takes about 3 seconds if you've never caught the monkey before. So that's another big thing to watch out for when it comes to which monkeys you catch and which ones you don't. Because you wanna minimize having to swap back and forth between monkeys. So the final secret monkey, you can see the end of the level is in that cubby on the left right there. And if I go for him now, he's gonna see me and he's gonna be a jerk. No, please. Alright, cool. So if I jump for him early and he sees me, he'll actually activate his fan, which will stun me in the air and cause me to fall. And if there's not a platform under me, I'll fall into the pit and get respawned back at the last place I was safely standing. And jumping does not register as safely standing, so it could be really far back. So one of the big things about all monkeys is that you have to refight all of the bosses. The Freaky Monkey 5 has escaped again, but what's interesting about them is if you were counting last time, Red took 10 shots. This time, however, he took 15 shots. So on return trips to all of these stages, the boss monkeys now have 150% HP. Or essentially one extra cycle. Red and pink are unique, but the other three are all just one extra cycle. Alright, so we're back at the museum, and we've already caught the Speedy Monkey, which was really nice, otherwise we'd have to catch him on this visit. But the cool thing is that we don't actually have to catch those Speedy Monkeys, because one of the secret monkeys in this stage, well, I'll let you guys guess at what he is. This movement, actually, by the way, to do 5 punches and 5 punches is actually kind of tight. So getting that takes some time and practice, but it's quite fast. Oh, he's not usually there. Okay. And look at that. Secret monkey right there. Unfortunately, we didn't get the quick catch, so we have to wait for him to do the slow loop back. How did he 180 like that? Monkeys in this game, dude. And now we're gonna catch this bunny monkey. If we're lucky, we'll plow him ASAP. The cool thing about the bunny, though, is that if he gets on ice, their big hop ability that you saw me use earlier, they actually can't use that ability. If they try, they'll slip, and the AI is kind of stupid and will try to use it on ice. But whether or not he actually runs over to the ice is completely random. So you want to catch that bunny as soon as possible with the motorcycle. You could catch him earlier, but it's really not worth it, because if he gives you bad behavior, you'll spend multiple extremely valuable seconds just chasing him down. So remember, we skipped the stairs there, and now again, we're basically at the end of the level, and the reason for that is because this guy. Boom. Mandatory secret monkeys. So before now, I've been tapping X to select stages because they're so close, but you can actually hold the D-pad, or not tapping X, tapping the D-pad, but you can hold the D-pad and select, and it will auto move through them all. The downside to doing that is you might see me accidentally enter a level ahead of one I meant to do. And we're also gonna snipe this night monkey. Oh, okay. We're not gonna snipe the night monkey. Sniping him saves time. You can also bait him into a wall, which is a little slower. Or you can just completely miss him, which is a lot slower. And now we're revisiting the walls. But this time, you're gonna see the more typical route where we only catch the monkeys that we have to. I say that as I catch a monkey, we don't have to. In any percent. We have to in this category. On that note, so this category technically catches 199 of the 207 monkeys in this game. Now, before all of you guys go, oh, but streamer, that's not every monkey. This game has passwords, which unlock 3 monkeys, which the Ape Escape community has decided password monkeys are not required to get, because they're not required to unlock the final boss. They're entirely optional content. But it also has a mini game called Getchu King in it. Now, Getchu King is anywhere from 6 to 14 minutes, depending on luck and skill level. And you have to beat Getchu King at least one time to unlock 5 monkeys that are exclusive to it. They're called the Mustache 5, or the Mustache 4, and it's a monkey that looks like Satoru here, the blue-haired guy. But they are not actually required to beat the game, to beat Spectre 2, which is the true definition of what all monkeys is. So, on that note, they're not required for this category. If you do want to do them, they are required for 100% though. They add all 5 monkeys, add 1% to the game. So without them, you would only ever have 99% of the monkeys. So this is our next secret monkey. 5 of the secret monkeys that introduced are the ninja monkeys. Just flare. There's a yellow, there's a white, there's a black, there's a red, there is a blue, and there is a light blue. There are 6 ninja monkeys, sorry. And there's a green. There are 7 ninja monkeys. I don't know why they picked ninjas. I guess it's just because every Ape Escape has ninjas in it. So they wanted to keep the ninja theme. Which I don't blame them for. Ninjas are cool. Who here in chat doesn't like ninjas? I mean, come on. So again, we're doing the theme of, oh look, we're basically going to the end of the level again. Woo! Streamer excited. Oh no! Look at that. I tried, and he doesn't want to give me that. Ooh. He's being mean. He's being real mean, guys. Thank you. So that is what monkeys can do. They'll just dodge, and then 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 dodge. Fun stuff. But for the most part, you can manipulate all the monkeys really well. So we're back on blue. As I said before, all that changes is it's one extra cycle. So before it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hammer slams. Now it's gonna be 7 hammer slams. So hopefully no rockets miss. If a rocket misses, blue starts to get attacks in, and some of those attacks can be problematic. He could throw dynamite, he could fire, or he could throw his whips at us, he could shoot us. He's a real Indiana Jones, if you will. Okay. Also, look at his banana pistol. It has a scope on it. This guy uses a one-handed banana pistol with a scope. Blue is the ultimate Texas Ranger. Cool. That was a good blue. We didn't miss any rockets. Alright. Return to Iwajirumi Lab. So because we have this monkey caught, the cycles are actually a little different in this level now, which means I actually have to be a little careful, or I will get frozen by the ice. And I really don't want to. Just like when I was electrified, in order to get out of being frozen, you have to wiggle the analog sticks. But when you're frozen on slopes or ice, the physics of the world around you don't change, so I'll still have to deal with those, which can be problematic. And speaking of problematic, this is a secret monkey, and the easiest way to catch it is to freeze it in the water so that it drowns and respawns. I know it's ironic that a mermaid monkey would drown, but you literally freeze it solid so that it falls beneath the water, and that lets you immediately turn around and snipe it with the ice. Otherwise, catching this monkey is extremely challenging. I'm pretty certain the ice is the only way to reliably catch it. Excuse me? That's not supposed to re-trigger. Guess I pushed triangle too close to it. Oh no. Cool. 3 walls. Back out. Dang, my chickens are active. Yo! I'm being bullied. Oh no. That's another monkey that you usually want to punch. I got brave and went for him without a punch. Also, I promised I'd show her. There's there's Yumi over there. If you talk to her, she'll start talking to Satoru. And they'll usually bicker back and forth, but she's nice. She wishes you good luck. She supports you. Alright. Another thing I missed explaining at the time was that blue monkey on the conveyor belt, who you're gonna see again shortly. You can actually go for a YOLO strat on him and try to catch him without sniping him with the green monkey's rockets. But if you miss that, he will actually... I guess I was one short. He will actually get activated early, and if he gets activated early, the big issue is that he now no longer stops moving, and it's very easy for him to hit you and knock you off of this little conveyor and into the pit, which could very quickly lead to game overs. So it's not done in full game runs unless you are very brave, because it is luck if you get that catch. And it's not really luck, it's very specific movement. And it's very hard to do. Okay, so I need this guy here. Takes 5 hit with a bike. Bike has very high stun, but very low damage. Okay, and this is the secret monkey. Him, and get out of the stage. We're on very good pace right now. When Major was talking about generous estimates, I didn't realize how generous my estimate was. So the next runner might be very happy. So we're gonna catch this blue ninja because he's actually easier to catch than this yellow monkey. If you go straight for the yellow monkey, it will see you and immediately begin running around the room. And that becomes very, very difficult to catch him with the lab. So repeat of yellow monkey. Again, it's just 1 extra cycle. Manipulate him into the strawberries and repeat. So I know Major's hanging out with me. If he has anything he'd like to say, he could pipe in and drop something. Otherwise, we're not really doing much here. It's just repeats.
And we don't have any donations or anything at the moment, but I'll go ahead and say, if you do decide to donate, we do have 1 incentive left, and it's actually for the run that's after this. It's $7 out of the 25 necessary for it to happen. The Jack and Daxter Precursor Legacy Glitch Showcase. All donations go towards Lynchburg Daily Bread, which is a soup kitchen in the local area. And yeah, I mean, also every dollar you donate puts you in towards a $30 gift card to an online store of your choice, online gaming store, the Steam, Nintendo Store, Xbox Store, or PlayStation. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Our next giveaway that's like free to everybody will be after the Jack and Daxter
run. Be sure to support the local charity, guys. Or Lynchburg Bread. Everything you can give is helpful. Super supportive. Alright, cool. Unfortunately, I jumped the gun and hit the knife early, which caused me to lose some time there. I had to play that safe, but no biggie. Mistakes happen in runs. Okay, so this, if you guys remember, this is the level that had the very lovely golden monkey puzzle, but it was 3 times as long. So we're gonna try to snipe this button. Thankfully, we got it. When you fire the gun, it will lock onto the Borgs on the other side. So if you fire it too close to the door, you'll actually completely aim way off the button. It'll have nothing to do with that button. Which, it could be very funny, but very frustrating, because you have to snipe it from a ways away. Otherwise, it's better to just first-person view it. So, the reason I mentioned that golden monkey puzzle is because I want you guys to know we don't have to do it on all monkeys' second visit, which is super nice. We just need to capture this guy, who behaves very badly. If you don't catch this guy immediately, he turns into a very, very naughty monkey. Oh, whoa, what are you doing, dude? Hopefully he lets me catch him here. Okay, good. Now we're gonna abuse our infinite flight mechanic. We're actually gonna fly over all of this. And you might be saying, well, how are you gonna get over this door? Well, the devs didn't program an infinitely high wall. So yeah, you can just fly over it and save. Well, if someone wants to go back and estimate how long I spent playing the Golden Monkey game, please come back and let me know, because I've never actually timed it, but that saves a lot of time. Saves a good amount of time. Okay, we're gonna catch the blue ninja. And remember I said lasers are actually the highest DPS outside of that very niche monkey? 3 lasers, and this UFO goes down. So we wanted to revisit, carry that guy all the way through, and then take him out. Alright. Revisit to, apparently we're going to this level because I accidentally entered it. No biggie. We have to revisit every level anyway. I just get to explain this level instead. So head over to the centaur. You can head directly to the swamp monster, but if you take an arrow from those archer Borgs, they will one-shot you. The way it works is when you get hit as the droid, it does a fixed amount of damage to you. And that amount of damage is usually not enough to one-shot you, depending on the damage source. But if you have started moving, because you have about 38 seconds before you die. It's a really weird number. I have no idea why. Then getting hit does, I think, 35 seconds of damage to you. So after about 3 seconds of controlling the droid, you're in one-hit kill from anything mode. Which is why running through those 4 archers to the swamp monkey directly is kinda dangerous. Monkeys lose lives when you lose all their bananas, but the droid loses a life when it runs out of battery. Which is what the green thing is. It's a battery bar. Sorry for all the coughing. I don't talk this much. Stay hydrated. So behind this wall is the black ninja. Be a monkey's uncle. I think we're all a monkey's uncle, man. Just play Ape Escape. Hopefully no questions will be asked of us. Nice. Another clean, haunted house. That's really good. Really good. Those axes will just bump you into the pit. And if they send you into the pit, you get respawned quite a ways back, which is incredibly annoying. We really, really don't want that. Alright, so now we're gonna actually go in to the air show. I have this split called Airship for some reason. I need to change it to Air Show. I can worry about that later. So this stage is just gonna be a pretty cut and dry repeat. At the start, there was a monkey here I dodged, which is that bunny monkey. And the reason I dodged him is because there's now a lamb monkey here. And using the lamb monkey, what you can do is go invisible and... God, it's really annoying when he does that. Potentially, you can bait him into jumping into those spikes. Because the bunny monkeys have a high level of intelligence. But he didn't give me that, so I had to manually catch him. That monkey could be very, very brutal. And now we're going to go for the frog skip. We're going to land on this pole. We're going to miss it. I got another try, though. Going to land on this pole, land on this platform. That is not intended to get up there that way. And that lets us skip having to use the hook monkey. So even with one death, that does still save a little bit of time, which is really nice. The movement in this game is very slippery, but when you learn the movement, it's very, very good. Now remember I said that we had to do this skip twice. So now we're gonna do it again. Unfortunate. I timed it wrong. There is a visual cue for this. It's either as the thing bounces towards you or away from you. Which one you prefer is personal preference. I use it as it's bouncing closer to me, which means it's going away from me. But again, whatever your personal preference is, I think most runners use towards me, but some runners prefer away from you. So now we're gonna catch the white. I was behind you, buddy. That's the first time that's happened, thankfully. But yeah, you could be behind a monkey and the monkey just says nah and dodges anyway. So that's super fun. Okay. So now we're returning to Uki Pink. So remember I said Uki Pink is the other unique one, and the reason for that is she's not exactly cycle based. A cycle for her fight is really getting her while she's still angry. But she now has, because of that extra HP, oh, that's bad RNG. Because of this extra HP, it's now impossible to one cycle her. Or to defeat her while she's angry. Okay. The first time. So, because she's not going on stage, I have to just stay down here and attack her. When she's in happy mode, I can hit her with a spin if I'm quick enough. But I can only hit her with a hammer slam on the stage floor if she is throwing out hearts. If she's not throwing out hearts and I try to hammer slam, I'm never gonna be able to land it. When she's in mad mode though, I could very easily walk up to her and start doing hammer slams. So we're gonna try to get the extension here. We're not gonna get it because I was too slow on the hammer swings. She's gonna give me good RNG and move back on stage, which is gonna let me do a ton of damage. You could think of the stage drop essentially does... What? Just happened? I've never seen that before. The stage drop does about 5 damage to her, essentially. And the spin does 1 and the hammer slam does 1.5. So she's gonna take quite a few hits now. And she's about to phase the whole thing. So uh-oh. Okay. Looks like we're good. Sorry about that. Those were on my end, not you guys' end. So unfortunately, if Pink's not on the stage, I can't drop the, can't drop the thing on her again. And if I'm too close to Pink, she teleports automatically. Okay, we'll take that. In happy mode, she teleports automatically if I'm too close to her. Which is why sometimes she didn't even let me attack. She just straight up moved. Okay. 3 levels and 2 bosses left, guys. We are on 145 or 144 pace right now. Just so everyone is aware. Ah, we didn't get the good grab, fast grab. Alright. So remember earlier I said that this level, the secret monkeys that spawn in it spawn on the alternative paths. So before in this first room I went on the upper path. This time what I'm going to do actually is stay on the lower path because a lamb monkey spawns here. And then we're gonna grab the key guy, move into the next room. And last time I went into the room that activated the 2 button cutscenes. This time, instead of the button cutscenes, what I'm going to end up doing is going this way, and you can see a red ninja here. So we're just gonna catch him. Now, the last way might not have been super obvious to you guys if you weren't paying attention. When the electric monkey that I caught with the infinite flight monkey, and then I infinite flew across the room, there was actually a path that you could go. There was a left path and a right path. So what we're gonna do is instead of taking the right path, we're gonna take the left path, and we're gonna land at a unique spot that has 2 monkeys on it, which are the last 2 monkeys we're missing in this stage, conveniently enough. Also, you can just see how unintended this mechanic is because the walls don't have infinite height in this game. I'm trying to get one of those boosts I mentioned to you earlier. Unfortunately, it's not happening, which makes sense with this monkey. Okay, do a love gun. That's gonna stun him and let me catch him. Alright, cool. Birdie electronic bass. This song is also a banger. This song is also sour, please. Grab the first monkey, because he's actually faster than the rocket monkey down there. The, nice. The droid actually moves slower than even a monkey just running. So, unless there's... Wall of Death. So, unless we, really need a monkey later in the level... Remember, catching a monkey you already have is about 1 second slower. So you need to balance that out between whether it makes more sense to catch the monkey directly in front of you or go a little bit further and sacrifice that sacrifice that catch time to save the catch time later. Yo, we got through the hardest wall, but we got bullied by the one before it. Nice. So we caught a monkey we ignored last visit because he was slightly out of the way. Now we're gonna do this room. And unlike last time where we did this firefighter strat, we're actually going to completely ignore the firefighter, grab this flame guy, and just head straight onto this platform. And the reason for that is there are there's a monkey here we didn't catch yet. Bodied. That we need. And this is that strong punch monkey from before, which means that this mech is now only going to take 2 hits. And this is the secret monkey, one of the secret monkeys in this stage, who is bodying me. Oh my god. So because we had to do all that catching, it didn't really make sense to bring the firefighter monkey over this way. Where we're just gonna swap monkeys back and back, or back to back. And once again, we unfortunately have to do Simon Says. Now you'll notice that I do a jump when I land on this button. The reason for that is because the enemies behind me are shooting at me, and it's faster to jump over their shots than it is to take one of their shots and then stand back up and try again. Also, that's a yellow-green hourglass. Have names for all of them, man. You got open boxes, you got hourglasses. All of them. Oh, so you noticed last time I was here, I got on this battery and then on this. That's because that it lets you skip riding the entire elevator up. Saves a little bit of time. Just a small oversight of platforming. That's a few seconds, which is nice. If you miss it, then you only lose like 3 seconds. Which, I mean, 3 seconds is a lot in speedrunning. I got really lucky not to get rocketed off into the void there. Cool. We cut an astronaut monkey. And we're out of that stage. Alright, final platforming stage, guys. After this, it's just bosses. Grab this guy, because remember, we missed a UFO in this stage. We purposely bypassed him. And now I'm going to be taking this laser monkey to him. And lasers take 3 hits to take out UFOs, which is extremely valuable to us. Much better than using the rocket monkey that the game wants you to use. 3 hits, go down. Hopefully he behaves well. Nice, he did. And now, getting through this room in the middle is rather risky. The game wanted me to take the UFO through the room, but UFO is slow. Like, even slower than the mech slow. So we just jumped through that room, which is actually easier to dodge all of the mines in that room when you do that. And now, we're just gonna infinite fly through this entire level. Skip the first wall. That would be absolutely brutal. Fly over this puzzle again. This puzzle is awful if you guys try to do it as intended. You have to fill both of those batteries like 3 times each to charge the door fully. And then infinite fly over these doors, which you're intended to use the hammer guy for. Now, the next secret monkey is right here. It's the green ninja. Nice, he let us catch him. And unfortunately, we do still need to re-grab the strong punch monkey. The reason for that is the final secret monkey is in the room with the cutscene in it. Now, hopefully, if he's positioned in a good spot and we're fast enough, we could catch him without triggering the cutscene. But that usually only happens if you're slow. Most likely, he is going to be in a spot that is going to make it so that when I try to catch him, it's going to trigger this cutscene. So let's see. Fire rockets at him to stun him. And we got cutscene lists, which is really good. Actually. That cutscene is like 6 seconds long. We didn't even hit him with the rockets. The rockets are just a safety strat, because if he gets away from you, he goes wherever he wants. Alright, White Monkey. White Monkey is the exact same as before. He's just a little longer. I think he's like 2 extra hammerheads, sometimes 3. If White Monkey wants, he'll sometimes only let you get 1 hammer hit on his gear. I don't know why that is. He's just a jerk, man. So, remember, bombs are the only thing we really don't want here. As long as he doesn't give us a... You know what? I'm just gonna shut up, guys. He's just giving me bombs, because I won't shut up about bombs. Oh no, I moved forward. Standing still where I am manipulates him into usually not drawing out a bomb. Because I moved forward, if he pulls out a punching glove, I might get hit. No. Okay, good. He pulled out the gun. The gun is the most useless thing in his entire arsenal. The punching glove will basically never hit you, but if you're too close, it does get pretty flashy. Okay, 1 more cycle. Oh yeah, let's get that glitch exhibition, man. Glitch exhibitions are dope. They're always super cool to see glitch exhibitions. Even if you guys don't really care about the game, trust me, you don't want to miss a glitch exhibition. Alright, so this is the final boss. We've beaten every stage in the game. We've caught every monkey in every stage in the game, and that unlocks the final boss. So, I don't... time for this stage is when the cutscene starts. So this boss does 5 attacks. It will always do eye lasers, rocket, jet flight, spinning, or jet flight, electricity, and then spinning. Even though it looks slow, the fastest way to fight this boss is to grab this rocket monkey and just start unloading in him. Whenever he's chasing you, do 2 jumps away from him and fire rocket. The reason he's faster is because you see that each rocket is hitting him anywhere from 3 to 5 times. No monkey, except maybe the blue monkey, can get anywhere close to matching this kind of DPS that this guy has. Also, that looks really close, but it's not actually that scary. And now, the way you're intended to hurt Spectre is you hit that button, and then you hit Spectre himself as he's popped out. But you're gonna see, because of how much DPS we unloaded into this guy, it is just gonna absolutely devastate his HP bar. It's gonna devastate him so much that he is gonna possibly die before I even have to hit that button on his back a second time. Now that all depends on how much damage these rockets are doing to him. But yeah, this fight is a 2-cycle fight, which means we're getting really close to that end. Really close. Nice, nice. Now he's gonna spin. And if he dies during spinning, I'm not gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna split late. But if he doesn't die during spin, then he'll die as soon as he stops spinning. Alright, hopefully I hit the button. Ooh, please hit the button. Oh, and he died. And that's the run. That's it. That's all monkeys. not only is that all monkeys, that's a third world record in 3 days.
Well, congratulations on the world record.
Thank you. Hopefully that put the schedule back in line.
Not entirely, but we're getting there. We were like 40 minutes off. There was like no way you were putting this schedule back in line, but all is good. All is good.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, that was fun. Thanks for having me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the run.
Yeah, definitely. I think that run went really, really well.
Yeah, there was only one small mistake in yellow, but what's a speedrun without a way to make it better next time?
Exactly. And I do want to say, Roser donated $25 with the message just to make sure the glitch showcase incentive gets met, which is actually in the next run. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this to the prizes info page while I go and help G3 Catcher and Roser get ready for the next run, which will be Jack 3, the precursor, or sorry, I don't know why I said Jack 3. Jack and Daxter, the precursor legacy, 100%.
Awesome.
And I will be right back with that. And I probably cut myself off again.
That's fine. All right,
I keep forgetting about that.
I'll hop out and let you guys keep going. Thanks for having me, Major. Take care.
Definitely.